Hello guys, hello, welcome, Jenny Stevens. So this video I'm going to be just talking a bit about how can you actually sell your products and really brand you and attract people to join your team without mentioning your product name or your company name. So you might be thinking, well, how on earth do you do that? Or why should you do that? You know, maybe you've been taught completely different. So I'm just here to kind of give you a few tips and just help explain why actually it's better to keep your company name sort of keep your mouth shut, and how it can actually help you grow your business instead. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So as you come in live, just make sure that you let me know where you're watching from around the world. I'd love to be able to see where you are around the world. And just let me know in the comments where you're from. And if it's the first time that you're seeing me, then just drop a 1. And if you're watching, if you have, come across me in my videos before, then just drop a 2. Again, I just want to be able to see who's new and who has maybe seen me before. If you haven't seen me before, then welcome. My name is Jenny Stevens, and I help coach and train network marketers, direct sellers, and affiliate marketers learn how to take their business online and really utilize online methods. So really understanding how you can market yourself, building systems into your business so you can be able to get more leads, be able to then convert more sales, and in turn be able to get more clients and recruit more teammates in your business without being chained to your phone or your laptop all day. So this kind of question comes up all the time. I'm in sort of several different groups on Facebook and LinkedIn and stuff, and I see this question come up a lot. And if you've been maybe learning about attraction marketing or learning about how do you brand yourself, you may have heard maybe other leaders or other kind of leaders in the industry say it's best to brand yourself and actually not to mention your company name or your product name. So if you have ever heard that before, then just drop a 3 in the comments below, just because I'd like to kind of see where you guys are at in terms of whether you have come across that or you haven't. So if you haven't heard that before, and that just goes against kind of everything that maybe you've been taught before, then that's okay. I was exactly the same. When I joined my network marketing business, it was all about kind of being known as that the insert company name lady, or it was kind of, that was just a part of who you were. It was kind of, when people thought about that brand name, they'd think about you, and just kind of plastering it everywhere. I used to make graphics with the products. I'd give away so much information. I'm going to tell you in a second what that does when you do that, and making that mistake that I used to make all the time. Little did I know back then what I do now, and now I can see such a difference. So the thing is, when you share your company name all the time, when you always give people the product names and give away so much detail about your product. So for example, I used to make these company graphics, and I would put on there obviously a picture of the product. So I sold makeup, so it is a very visual thing with makeup, but I would take a selfie with like holding up the product like and I would do little company graphics with the name of maybe the eyeshadow colors and the price and my website link. And I thought that was a great way, because it meant I was giving people what they needed to know. But then the last couple of years I've been learning, actually that was actually probably being quite detrimental to me and my business. So let me just explain. The thing is, when you give away too much, you leave no room for them to need you. So if you are, telling people that you work for XYZ, and that person, maybe they are interested, let's just say maybe you've piqued their curiosity and they're like, oh wow, look at this person, they're so confident, they're going on these trips, whatever. But if you are always giving away your company name and saying that you work, for this company, la 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 la, all that person has to do is go into Google and Google that company name, and they're going to come up with a whole load of stuff. It could be other reps or distributors websites. It could be horrific reviews, because there's always bad reviews about everything in the world. You know, there's going to be somebody that's done a bad review. You know, there's going to say, you could then lose that person to another presenter or another distributor, whatever it is that you call them. And so you've kind of lost them away, you know, unless they're a friend of yours, where they're going to be loyal and be like, oh, you know, I was looking up this company, do you know what, I'm ready to join you, or I want to know more. But, you know, actually you're losing that person to Google, and you can't control what it is that they see or what it is that they, you know, that they are going to come across. So what you want to do is actually create curiosity. So when you're if you're using Facebook, or any of the kind of social media platforms, you want to create curiosity, get them interested to ask you, you know, oh, what is this thing that you're doing? What is this that you're talking about? How did that person, you know, drop 2 dress sizes in 2 months, whatever? Then you can have that conversation maybe in Facebook Messenger, or if you want to get on the phone, you can do, or, you know, however you like to do things. That's when you can then talk specifically about certain products or your company. But you really want to be having that conversation one-on-one, or in a different mechanism. Whereas, say, you know, another mistake that I used to make quite often was, especially in the very, very beginning, I didn't quite so much after a couple of months, but I know, like, literally in the first sort of couple of months of joining my network marketing business, is people were like, oh, how much is this? And I would put the price then in the comments. So it meant that anybody else, they didn't need to ask me any questions. You know, you make yourself redundant. So when you can create that curiosity and have that sort of sense of mystery, it's not like you're never going to tell them who it is that you work with, or what your product is, but you're just not going to do it publicly. So you can have those conversations and make other people, you know, be curious. So that was just kind of one thing. With actually why actually it's really important to say to keep it for, you know, those private conversations and not just plaster it everywhere. So have a look at me if you're using Facebook, which you know, a lot of people are doing now in network marketing, is go and have a look at your Facebook profile. Have a look, is it just branding your company everywhere? Because I know the company that I was with, you know, a lot of the reps in that company, it is, you know, it still is, they haven't really kind of learned this. Is why I want to help so many people, is, you know, make it about you. You are your brand, not your company, because something might happen, your company might disappear, you might decide, you know what, maybe you want to join another company. And then when I'm sure you've all seen those people that maybe they jump ship all the time, and it's kind of like, oh God, what's this person done? Join now. What is it that they're selling now? Have you ever seen that before? If you have, then just drop me a 4 in the comments below, or give me some likes, the little reactions. So here's what you can do in terms of, okay, so now you hopefully can understand why you shouldn't mention your company name or your product name. So how do you actually then sell your products without doing that? So like I say, this is all about you and you being the brand. So one massive thing that I learned was about attraction marketing. And attraction marketing really is about positioning yourself as an expert, positioning yourself as somebody who is, say, that expert, an authority, somebody who is going to lead with education. You're going to be helping people in that industry. So rather than just doing lots of product demos, showing, say, you know, obviously I was in makeup, so I used to do a lot of makeup tutorials and stuff, but I was like, here's the product, here's what I'm doing, I'm using this color and I'm using this color, and this lipstick is called X. You know, anybody that was used to watch my videos, again, they had everything there. I had no way then, I didn't really have much of a reason, or really, should I say, my viewers didn't have much reason to then for me to be able to have a conversation with them. I was giving them everything in that video. So if I was to kind of rewind the clock and start again now, I do things a lot differently. I would still do makeup tutorials, makeup demos and stuff, but I wouldn't obviously show the products. I wouldn't tell them the colors, the exact color names and stuff that I was using. You can do a look without saying exactly what it is that you're using. Now, here's the thing: when somebody's watching a, you know, say a makeup tutorial, And especially if you do it well and people like the look that you've done. Obviously, if it's not very nice, they may not ask, but people are going to ask, what is it that you're using? Oh my God, I love that color. What is it? What is it? That's when you can then have those conversations through Messenger or whatever it is that you want to do. But say it's really about positioning yourself as that expert. And here's what you do. Obviously, if you're not in makeup and you don't have that kind of thing to do, but what you can do is, it's about, say, leading with education. So you can now start becoming an expert in your industry. So if you are selling makeup, for example, then start sharing tips, tricks, you know, maybe information that they didn't know. I mean, with makeup, say, it's such a visual thing. Everybody wants to know how to do things. I was a complete novice when it came to makeup, and I learned so much. I learned how to do highlighting and contouring, and all my friends were like, oh, can you teach me? Can you teach me? Even last weekend or the weekend before, I had a hen weekend. My friends are going, Jenny, can you contour me? Because it was something that I learned. You know, I took the time to learn how to do it by watching videos on YouTube and stuff and practice myself, and then I could then teach my audience. And that's exactly what you can do. And it's the same for any industry. So if you're in weight loss, you know, start providing weight loss tips. You know, there's so much that you could do and you could share when it comes to weight loss. You've obviously got food, you've got recipes, you've got workout tips, you've got you know, like if you have been following me, watch my videos, you know I'm on a bit of a health kick. I've lost 8 pounds in the last 4 weeks, which is great. But, you know, for things that I'm looking for, I'm like, oh, do you know what? I really want some new meal ideas. I want to find some meals that, you know, if I want to have some really good days that are under 500 calories, I want to find some new workouts that I can do so I'm not getting bored doing the same things all the time. So this is when it comes down to really understanding your audience. So go through my videos on my page. I did a Facebook Live a couple of weeks ago called empathy mapping, which will help you understand the pains and the struggles and really what people kind of go through throughout their day. But then you can also, you know, look on Google. You can sort of look up what people are looking for. Add yourself to Facebook groups, you know, get on Facebook groups, forums, you know, if you've ever been, you know, part of a Slimming World or Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig or Rosemary Connolly, you know, anything like that. Think about things that people ask, especially in groups on Facebook. Have a look to see what are people posting, what questions are people asking, and then that's when you can come up with ideas of things to share. So then you can start doing Facebook Lives. I've got a friend of mine who does, she does health and wellness stuff, and once a week on her once a week on her fan page, she does a healthy recipe with her daughter, and it's great. You know, she is involving her kids, and she had to go gluten-free. She had to cut out that. I think she was celiac or something. But, you know, she gets really, really poorly if she has bread and wheat and stuff. So she's had to completely change her diet. So she now does these great recipes live, you know, cooking in her kitchen with her little girl, and doing lots of great things like that. There's no mention of any product names. There's no mention of anything like that because she doesn't need to. She's helping people with recipes. So think about some things that you might be able to do for your industry. If maybe you're in something like Stella & Dot and you're selling jewelry, well, you could just create a whole thing about, you know, what jewelry goes with what outfits. You know, you could make some, you could, you know, do some, what things go together. Like, I'm rubbish. Fashion is not my thing. You might be able to tell. Maybe look at my clothes and think, God, she always looks shit. But you know, fashion is not my thing. I've got friends who always look amazing no matter what they wear. That's not my forte. I'm good at doing makeup, good at doing videos and stuff and marketing, but fashion is not my thing. But you know, if you've got an eye for fashion, put together some outfits. You know, you can kind of like model them and stuff. And, you know, obviously, if you're selling the jewelry yourself, you don't have to say, look, you know, like, you don't want it to be like a QVC advert episode. You know, you can just show, look, do you know what's great? If you're wearing a little black dress, here's, you know, three great types of jewelry that can make an outfit just pop and look wow, you know. And you can talk about the earrings, you can talk about, do you have a big chunky necklace or a little dainty one, you know, and just give away tips of things that you learn. And the good thing is you can do this even when you're brand new. Even if you just started your business today, you can start being an expert. Because here's a little trick. Also, I was going to say a trick almost sounds like you're, you know, but, you know, a little kind of bonus tip of thing is that you can be seen as an expert to somebody because all you need to be is, say, 1 or 2 steps ahead. So, you know, me learning how to do highlighting and contouring, you know, I did this afternoon course in a town next to mine. It was, say, like a 3-hour course. It cost me something like 20 quid. I took the time and invested to go and learn about it, you know, but then that very next day I could do a video about how to do it, you know. And it doesn't matter because people like to see something that's real. I said, look, you know, I learned about this yesterday. Let me teach you. And this is how you can do it. And this is where you're going to be branding yourself. You're going to be showing yourself as an authority, as an expert. People are going to see you as somebody who they can follow because you're real. You know, you're going on this journey of maybe learning about your products and maybe the benefits of having certain, you know, nutritional supplements. You know, if I was selling weight loss stuff now, I could be talking about my own weight loss journey that I'm currently going under again. You know, so I really hope that this helps. If this is making sense, then just give me some loves. And just drop me a number 5 below, because I really want to make sure that, you know, that you're understanding it and it's making sense, and you can maybe see how you can do this for you. So I want you to go and do a couple of things for me, okay? So I put in a free training for you above this video. So go and click on that link. You can download. It's a PDF which is going to take you through a fantastic trainer called Julie Burke. She built a huge multiple 6-figure business, and she built a downline of, you know, nearly 8,500, I think it was 8,300 distributors in about a year using Facebook. And she gives you some great tips on how to have your profile, what things to post without without talking about your company name and your product name, how you can still, you know, give that recognition to your team and things like that, but without kind of plastering everything everywhere. So go and download that. That's really going to help you. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to go and look at your profile, as I mentioned before, and strip out anything that you've got. So if you've got something in your cover photo, you know, your banner, change it. Change it for something that's more generic. You know, like I've got, you know, just like a really nice kind of motivational quote on a really nice background on my banner. And again, your profile picture, don't have it all like your branding stuff everywhere for your company. In your about section, all of that. So Julie takes you through all of that in the link above, which you can download right now, and you can start going through that. But I want you to kind of make a commitment, is to just try it, you know, try it out. Now, one other question that does come up quite often when I talk about this with, you know, with my students and my clients and stuff is, but I've been doing this, you know, for the last 2 years. Have I kind of ruined everything? So if you're thinking that question, then don't worry. You know, obviously people are going to know if you're with a company, if you have been sort of broadcasting that out everywhere for however long you've been with them, and that's okay. You know, just go and strip it all out of your profile now, and you can start afresh, you know. And obviously if you're using your personal profile and you're adding lots of new people, then those people will be there. But start leading with value. And this is why it's great to have using a business page. I mean, that's a whole other live in terms of which should you use. I am a business page person because I like to know that the people that are on this page watching this video, predominantly, there will be some maybe aren't, but these are people that I have basically selected to know that the right audience is here. So I don't have to worry about, you know, like I used to do stuff on my personal profile because, again, that's how I was taught. But if always somebody from my job, you know, like was jumping into one of my Facebook lives while I was doing a makeup tutorial, I always be like, oh God, I don't want them here. And that's the great thing you can do with a business page, is you can then build up that following with people who want to be there and are wanting to follow you. So that's kind of your little like task for you today. Just try it out. I want you to try it out, you know, but you need to get, it will take time for people to see that, but I bet you'll see a difference in terms of if you lead with that education, really help people, share what you're learning. So you can learn something today and you can go and teach it. And that's really is the magic sauce when it comes to, you know, to building that authority, to be seen as an expert and to really attract those people to you, because they're going to be seeing that, you know what, this person, she's got, you know, he or she has got some great tips. I'm learning a lot. Like, oh, I didn't know that. That's really, really helped me. And that's what you want. And then say, once you get that curiosity going, then you can do something. So if you're doing a video, then you can say something like, you know, if you'd like to see, let's go back to our makeup example, you know, if you've just done this great look with your face, you could then say at the end of your video, if you'd like to learn, you know, have the list of the products that I used, you know, send me a message or comment something below and I'll go and message you. And then you can go and message them and you can then create like a little list of things, make it really, really easy for them to go and order it, find out what colors they liked, find out what they liked about your video, all of this kind of stuff. So there's just some really great tips for you to really help, you know, helped for you to see how you can still be great at selling your products, attracting people to you, but doing in a way that you're not, you know, you're keeping that curiosity there and you're not just giving away too much. I used to do that all the time. So I really want to help you. As I say, if I could go back to the beginning with what I know now, then, you know, I mean, I did pretty well with sales initially by doing that, but then it dried up. And I know that things would be a lot different. If I could go back, that would be one big thing that I would change if I was to go back. So I really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, feel free to share this video with any, you know, with any of your friends, teammates who you think would find it useful. Share it in your team groups, tag anyone below. I want you to get the, you know, help more and more people really be able to make social media work in the best way for them. And don't forget to go and click on that link and download that freebie right now, which you can go through and really just help you see the sort of post that you can do, how to have your profile and all of that kind of stuff. So anyway, have a fantastic rest of the day and I shall see you all soon. Take care. Bye.